said. With me is a member of the Foreign Relations Committee, Senator Coons from Delaware. Senator, you heard Marco Rubio, the Republican member of the committee, whose vote could be critical if this does become a firefight in there over this confirmation of Rex Tillerson. And he was not happy with the answers because he asked Rex Tillerson, do you think that Putin was behind this? And he said, yes, most likely he would have been behind the Russian hacking, from what I know. But he then would not concede that Putin was responsible, or Russia was responsible for war crimes in Aleppo, that Putin is responsible for murdering political opponents. So there's a lot of focus on Vladimir Putin and Russia at the Tillerson confirmation here.
That's right, Andrea. A number of members of the Foreign Relations Committee, Republican and Democrat, have really honed in on Rex Tillerson's long, close relationship with Vladimir Putin, his business dealings in Russia, and whether or not he has a clear-eyed view of how Putin controls his own country, the cases where he's murdered journalists, where his political opponents have disappeared, and his responsibility for the heinous murders of civilians in Aleppo and his invasion and occupation of Crimea. And frankly, many members of the committee were noticeably, visibly unsatisfied with his responses.
Now, the counter-argument came from one of his introducers, who was former Democratic Center Armed Services Chairman Sam Nunn, an icon in the defense establishment, national security establishment. He said that Tillerson's knowledge of Putin and Russia is an asset, and his business experience is an asset, an advantage, because we need to engage Russia if we're going to safeguard our nuclear weapons.
That's right. My concern out of Trump's press conference is that he sort of waved his hands after recognizing Russia most likely was responsible for attacking our democracy and said, we'll have to work something out. Mr. Tillerson's been asked pointedly about sanctions, and I hope we'll still come to a point of embracing the bipartisan sanctions bill that's being introduced in Congress this week. And that he will have a clearer view of Putin and the threat that he poses to America's democracy than apparently our president-elect does.
Senator Coons, thank you very much. Brian, remains to be seen where this confirmation hearing is going, but Russia has certainly complicated the prospect